and we're the makers of Modern Aromatherapy. I'm here today at the beautiful Hoag Health Center at Foothill Ranch. I'm with my husband, Justin Frandsen, and today we're here to talk to you about how you can incorporate essential oils and some other rituals to help you be more productive and focused and grounded at home, as all of us are starting these work-at-home situations here. And it's really changed because when I used to work from home before, I was just working at home and it was just me and my dog, so I had solitude, I didn't have any interruptions, and today it's so different because you're contending with family members. I've got my husband at home working from home, I've got my daughter, so I'm wearing different hats. I'm having to help with school. Although she's very self-sufficient, you're still having those moments of interruption that you don't typically have when you're working from home by yourself. So there's already been this shift to work from home, but it's such a different dynamic today. And on top of that, you know, you've got different situations as well. You've got people that are single working from home, and so their stresses and needs and their ability to focus is much different than, say, a family of four. So we really want to kind of sit here and walk you through some of the ways that we feel that we've had some success at home, and even talking with some of our friends that are in different family situations or they're at home single, what they've done to incorporate some of the essential oil aromatherapy rituals to help them stay grounded, connected, and more productive at their home office. So we're really excited also, again, to be here at Hoag. The partnership with them has just been tremendous. We're so grateful. They did this beautiful build out for us, and we welcome you guys to come down anytime to experience the entire collection, and we'll get into that further today. But as you can see, they just did an incredible job. We're so grateful and so proud of the relationship here with Hoag. So really want to paint a picture of essential oils and how you can incorporate them, and really kind of go back a little bit into nature, connecting with nature and the essence of essential oils and the beauty of what plants and plant therapy, how that can heal you. It's really transformative. So before I get into that, I'll take you back a little bit into the history of Campo and why we got started with that. Again, my business partner and I, we wanted to create something that smelled intoxicating, but really was based on the ancient rituals of aromatherapy that have been around for thousands of years, based on that plant therapy and connecting to nature and the power of plants and healing. So we thought that, at that time, about 2 years ago when we launched, there was only two real basic ways to experience essential oils. It was either to go to the crunchy aisle and stand in front of a big wall of essential oils and really without any help, and have to educate yourself on what you may need in order to help heal yourself. So whether it was for energy or sleep or whatever that ethos is you were trying to accomplish, you were kind of on your own. And then the other way that we saw that was really prevalent was these at-home parties, which was like a multi-level marketing. And again, you would be invited to these parties, you would walk home with all these essential oils, but you really didn't know what to do. So there was an education piece missing from it. So that was important to us. So we thought, what do we need in our lives that would be universal to other people, and how could we really help make a difference and make life more beautiful and just really simplify the lives of busy people? So the other thing that we thought would be important for us in our daily lives was we wanted it to be portable so that we can go to and from work, traveling, so that you could really incorporate these rituals into your daily life. And we came up with 4 main ethos that we thought were universal in our lives, that we thought if you walked up to any stranger and you said, do you need more energy? Do you need to focus? Do you need to relax? Do you need to sleep? Who could say no to those 4 rituals? So those are the foundation and the daily rituals that we like to incorporate. And then on top of that, we layered in, they're all part of our natural remedy line, but from there we've added a lot more to our collection, and I'll get into that later. But today I think we'll primarily focus on our 4 daily rituals, because that really will help affect your performance, especially while you're working at home. The other piece of it is we really wanted our essential oils to smell intoxicating, because oftentimes what we'd hear from people is, well, I've heard of essential oils, but don't those smell stinky, and I don't want to smell like an essential oil all day because it's not very enticing. So we thought, okay, if we can make our essential oils smell intoxicating, smell so beautiful, beautiful enough to wear, almost like a perfume, then again, people would be more apt to incorporate essential oils into their daily lives. So one of the things we did that we thought was unique and special is we went and studied how to make perfume. So with that, we learned the top, middle, and base note, and we incorporate those practices in when we're blending our oils. And we're very proud that we have all of our own formulas. We spent over a year making our first 4 formulas of energy, focus, relax, and sleep. We spent, again, over a year sourcing the ingredients all over the world, globally, from the very finest fields. And that's actually how we came up with our name Campo. So Campo means field or countryside in Italian or Spanish. And many of our oils are coming from the fields and countryside of Italy and Spain. So we thought that that really was meaningful. And everything that we do with Campo, we really wanted to have purpose. The integrity of our ingredients, again, we want them to be clean, no synthetics, no parabens, just literally no dirty ingredients. Campo is 100% natural, and that's one of the pillars that we've built our company on and we're very proud of. We feel like that, with everything that's happening environmentally, if we can provide something that is clean and natural and it bridges the gap between wellness and beauty, and it helps nurture not only your skin, but your mind, body, and soul, then we felt like we were onto something. So that's the basics of how we got started with Campo. And I think right now more than ever, people are just craving connecting with nature. We've been cooped up inside. It's just goes against our grain, and it's not normal for us. So especially being Californians, we are so used to being outside. We're so very spoiled by the weather and so much space that we have. And, we have the ocean and the beaches is our backyard. So the fact that we're being confined to our homes, I think is really another reason why people are searching for natural alternatives on how they can cope with their stress and how that leads into their family, how their performance at work. So that's kind of the basics of why we're here today, is to get into some of those rituals, and we'll dive into that in just a bit in terms of how we're incorporating essential oils at our home. But one of the things I'd like to touch on is the olfactory. So that is one of the most primal senses that we have, and it's connecting the smell to your reaction and your imprint of how you have that memory of that scent. And so why don't we go ahead, I'm going to show you, there's 2 basic ways that we like to enjoy essential oils. One is to use it through a diffuser, and we have our pure essential oil. So that's 100% the essential oil that's pressed or extracted from the plant. So that's 100% natural. There's nothing put into there except for the plant essence. So with that, that's how we would take, this is our essential diffuser, and it's adapted. You can plug it into any outlet, and the outside covering is a white ceramic. So that comes off, and then there's an inner housing. You take off the cap, and there's a little fill line. It says fill here, super, super easy. So we're going to fill that with some water, and it's always important to do the water first. You want to do the water before you do the oil, because the oils will gunk up the inner housing. So that's an important little tip. And I think tonight I'm going to go with relax, so that I can settle in and relax in front of all of you and not be nervous in front of this huge audience that we have here at Hogue. So I'm going to put a few drops in, and it's like anything, when people put on perfume, it's really to your senses and how sensitive you are to smell. But so I'm going to crank it up here a bit. Really want to get relaxed with you here today. I can already smell it. It smells so beautiful.
Definitely.
So the first 4 ethos of our brand, energy, focus, relax, and sleep, are like my first 4 children. I love them so much. But they're all special and unique in so many different ways. So you add your oil to the water. Make sure you put your cap back on, because if you don't, it's going to be a nice big fountain. So we don't want that. So we put our cap back on. That's just for decoration. And we'll go ahead and press it once. And I'm going to also, there's a smaller button on the side, and that is a little nightlight. So that's great too. And so right now, if you press it once, it's just going to continuously go as we have our talk today. If I pressed it one more time, it would go intermittent on and off every 30 seconds, so it'll last longer. But this by itself on the continuous will go about 3.5 hours. And we recommend one for about, like a 300 square foot room is about what this would be appropriate for. So there's our diffuser. And so getting back to the 2 basic ways of enjoying essential oils, you can either inhale them and breathe them in. So I'm already starting to feel it. I'm starting to calm myself down. I think you can sense I'm taking it down a notch here. And then the other way, so that's pure essential oil. And the one thing we want to flag, and sometimes this is, people are shocked when they hear this, you never want to take a pure essential oil that's 100% the essence of the plant, and put it directly on your skin, because it needs to be diluted. It could be a little bit too toxic. You could have an irritation to your skin. Now, some essential oils, like say lavender, are less potent, so you might not have a reaction, but some, like say peppermint, you could have more of a reaction if you put that directly on your skin. So we always recommend that you dilute the pure essential oil. So with that, one of the things we wanted to do to make life easier for us busy people was to create products that were ready to go. We like to say they're jet set ready. Even though we're not jetting anywhere these days, we will be soon. So what we did was we put them in delivery systems that are really simple and easy to use. So this is our roll-on. It comes in 2 sizes. This is our larger size, and then there's one that's half the size. And it's got this really great, cool metal steel ball. And you use the roll-on. We've already pre-diluted it with carrier oil. Well, we like to use really beautiful grade carrier oils like jojoba. Now, jojoba is one of the closest to your body's natural sebum. So that means that it's going to absorb more quickly, and then it's not going to have like a greasy residue. So it'll really absorb and just have a nice, clean finish on your skin and feel nourished and hydrated. So I'm going to have a little bit of this. I need to take it down a notch even. So I'm going to put a little bit on my pulse points here. Your pulse points are your temples, your neck, your wrists. You can even do the backs of your knees, bottoms of your feet. I wouldn't take this and put it on the bottom of your foot. I would probably first few circular motions in your hand. Activate it, get those molecules going. Take some nice deep breaths. Can you feel it at home? I'm starting to feel so relaxed. I wish you could smell this. It smells like a French lavender field. So we're already transporting ourselves somewhere special today. But again, getting back to your feet are one of your biggest absorption points. So you could roll onto your hands and then pat the bottoms of your feet, and that'll really help the essential oils get into your bloodstream and then really start to take you down a notch. So feeling really good here. We've got our diffuser. I've got my essential oil rolled on. Get that going. I even sometimes like to put a little right underneath my nose, and then it's just kind of right there with me. In fact, that was a tip I was sharing with one of my friends. They're like, gosh, I've been wearing this mask, and I don't like the way my breath smells after I've had this mask on. And so one of the tips I gave her, I said, well, when I travel on planes, I like to put a little of the roll-on underneath my nose, because then I'm smelling that continuously. So that's something you can do. You can either put it right under your own nose, or you can even dab some on your mask, and then you're going to have that aromatherapy effect within your own mask. So that's just another little tip for now. But we'll talk about how we're going to manifest those masks away, because we're all going to head towards a much healthier, happy lifestyle. Okay, let's see, moving on. Oh, so getting back to the olfactory. So think about this right now. You could close your eyes right now and imagine being in a rose garden and walking up to a rose and just taking a nice deep breath from that beautiful rose. Immediately, you can smell right now what that rose smells like. Anywhere in the world, anybody can conjure that up. And that's connecting that olfactory to that sense and that memory that's been imprinted with you. And that's a basic kind of analogy of what essential oils can do for you and elicit that response. So for us, we've got energy, focus, relax, and sleep as our daily rituals. But that's just an example of connecting kind of what aromatherapy is and how it can work for you. Another example my husband brought up, which is because he loves Hawaii and he loves the plumeria, is he says, the second you get off that plane when you're in Hawaii, you smell that plumeria. And again, right now, you could just close your eyes and you can start to smell that plumeria, and it just takes you to Hawaii. So we'll get into that a little bit later as well. We've also created and just launched, it's called the Destination Collection. So I'm excited to share that with you tonight. That's a little sneak peek that we're going to be launching, that's meant to transport and transform your mood, just like that plumeria on the airplane when you get off in Hawaii. Okay, so moving on here. We wanted to simplify the lives of people, and we feel that that's been a big struggle for people these days, because now you're staying at home, you're working from home. So again, you're not just working and trying to get performance done for whether you work for yourself or for someone else. You are now having to help, maybe manage your husband or your children, and you're doing this all under the same roof. So we would like to kind of walk you through what our daily rituals are at our house and some of the things that we found really helpful for us. For me personally, in the morning when I get up, I like to start the diffuser. It's almost like an alarm clock, like a silent alarm clock. And I will start with energy because it has really bright notes of citrus and neroli. And neroli is one of my most favorite essential oils. It's very rare. You won't see it in in most other essential oils because it is so rare and it is so it's very expensive. It's the finest part of the orange blossom, so it's just beautiful. And being from Orange County, I have such fond memories, again, kind of connecting those olfactory, and I didn't even know I was experiencing aromatherapy as a child, but running through these orchards and smelling the orange blossoms just brings me to like a really happy, healthy place. And which is interesting is that's one of the benefits of citrus and orange blossom. It's very nourishing, or nurturing. It helps elevate your mood. So in the morning, I'll start with energy, and that really just starts to perk everybody up. And for myself, what I like to do is I'll take some energy roll-on, and I'll put it on my pulse points, put it in my hands, activate, take some nice deep breaths. And then I love to run, so I start my morning out with a run, but I start with a movement meditation, which whether you want to walk, and if you can't get out of the house because you have a baby or somebody that's elderly that you're taking care of at home, you can also do this movement meditation at home. Just you could do some circles around the sofa, you could stretch while you do it, you could stand and take some deep breaths. So you don't have to actually go outside if that's not an option for you, or if you're just in an apartment building or in a city where you don't have access to be outside. But let me take you through what I feel got me through graduate school. When I started graduate school, I was in towards the last year, I should say, I was feeling really burnt out. And I started running to try to help get some of the steam off and to stay focused. And I talked to this elite athlete, and I said, gosh, I have such a hard time getting motivated. Just those first few steps just are painful. It's hard to get out the door. And I said, do you have any tips? He said, well, one of the things that I love to do is called movement meditation. And I go, well, take me through it. So he said, all right, when you start out on your walk, jog, run, start from head to toe. What are you grateful for? Start with the top of your head. I'm so grateful that I have a brain to have thoughts and feelings and memories. For my eyes, for the ability to see. For my nose, for the ability to breathe and smell wonderful things. For my mouth, to sing and kiss and taste and so on and so forth. So you start from the top of your head and you work your way all the way down your body. So your heart for love, to keep you alive and pump oxygen and blood through your body. Nutrients, for your lungs to fill with air and oxygen to breathe. So again, you would start from the top all the way to your toes. So grateful for my feet that carry me on this run today. So that would get me about halfway through my run. Then he said, okay, so you get halfway through your run, now you got to get home. So now how are you going to keep going? So he said, the next thing you want to do is imagine what's something you really, really want, something more than anything else in this world. And so he used the example, some people say, I want $1 million. And he said, it's not the $1 million. What is the feeling that $1 million would bring you? So for me at the time, my $1 million feeling was, how would I feel on the very last day when I walk out of that finance test? I set down that pencil or pen and I walk out the door with my friends and we go to a pub and we have an ice cold beer. How cold is that ice cold beer going to taste? How free am I going to feel? How excited am I going to be about my future? And by the time I got to that visualization, I felt like I had wings and I could fly. And the next thing I knew, I was home. So that was my movement meditation that got me through graduate school, and it was just so comforting. So I was thinking about that, and I think that's something that we could all incorporate, and I'm doing that running, but I really believe that that's something you could do at home. Like I said, whether you're stretching, you could just take a couple laps up and down the hall, you could take a walk around the backyard. So try that, and incorporating essential oils into that really helps get you to that place, and then it becomes a trigger. So then at some point you just smell that energy oil and you're like, I've got that feeling. So that's something that I like to share with you, and I find is very, very helpful. So that's how I start my morning. And then I'll let Justin kind of chime in here on how he likes to start his morning. He's got some really great tips all the way around. I don't know if I mentioned this when I introduced my husband earlier, but I call him a health guru, wellness guru. He is enormously educated and has been just searching out every modality of health and wellness for, like 30 years now. He was a pioneer in being gluten-free about 30 years ago. In fact, when we met and started, dating and falling in love, when he told me he's gluten-free, I was like, oh, I don't know if I could do this. And now it's so mainstream. And what I found, it was just it was a healthier, better way of taking care of your body. So this is my husband, Justin Frandsen. He is the founder of athleticism.com. He trains professional and amateur athletes and helps heal people. He also is the founder of a company called EMF Rocks, which is a wonderful product that helps ground people and helps you with your sleep. So that's something that we also use as tools to help us stay grounded during the day and to help us with a better night's sleep. But why don't you take me through some of your favorite rituals that we have?
Oh, well, there's so many, but the first thing in the morning is I just take some time and just breathe. And for me, it's a gratitude list, some prayers, and just smiling, lots of smiling first thing in the morning just sets the tone for the day. And once I'm up and at 'em, I think the oils play a huge part, because that's my cologne, is Focus Blend. So she has all these different ethoses, which are amazing, but I wear them as cologne, and they're so fragrant. But what I can do is I can actually create rituals throughout the day where I infuse the oils directly on my skin. It's almost like I'm a CIA agent. I'm always going like this or like this. That's the mark of a Campo man and woman, is they just keep re-smelling their scent, because it's so fun to smell it throughout the day. And we'll put them on your pulse points as well. That's how, especially when I'm working on people or treating a concussion, my hands are basically near them, and so when they can smell that, it's just soothing for clients as well. So I think putting the oils on throughout the day is one of the biggest thing. And if I'm feeling overwhelmed with lots of orders or what have you, and fulfilling all of it, or getting back to so many people, I'll do the Relax blend. I want to focus in, I'll of course use a Focus, which is more of a sandalwood blend. And the sandalwood is literally my daily cologne. I think Energy is an award winner, and that one is more like an orange blossom, and it just smells like fresh orange juice in the morning when we have it going on in our diffuser. So those rituals throughout the day of just making sure I'm standing up and stretching. I really like to open up my pec stretch, because when you're hunched over, and both of us have a standing desk at home, so to incorporate standing desks, maybe looking near and then looking far away, resetting our eyes throughout the day are huge. And having the diffusers going for our whole family just really lighten the mood and allow us to derive the benefits from the plants. I mean, they carry this frequency that's just so medicinal. And one of the reasons I love Campo so much is how much thought went into sourcing the oils from these just pristine places sustainably. And so you can just literally, the second it hits your skin, it infuses the benefits of the oil directly into your body, and it's carried throughout your blood, and you just get ignited with those properties. And that's the power of plant medicine. And when you have a source that's as pure as what Jess and Jill have found and created with Campo, it's undeniable. It's literally instantaneous, and as fast as your nerves work, which they travel about 325 miles an hour through your body. So the second you smell that's 325 miles an hour through your body just instantly is just like, okay, I'm ready to go, or I'm relaxed, or it's time for sleep. It really sets the tone for you instantly.
So you touched on the roll-ons. That's a huge favorite in our family. The diffuser is great because it's kind of like a passive thing. You don't have to really do much. You put it on and it's just there and you're breathing it. And the other thing that's great about our diffusers is that they have an auto shut-off, so you don't have to think about it. And unlike a candle, you don't have to worry about children or pets knocking them over. And again, with the Nightlight, it kind of gives you that ambiance of a candle, especially at night. It's really soothing. But with the roll-ons, it is almost like topical nutrition for your skin because the ingredients are so beautiful. They're so clean. There's no synthetics. There's no parabens. It's just 100% natural. And again, that's what was really important to Jill and I when we started the company, is the foundation of our company was going to be 100% natural. Your skin is your biggest organ. People often forget that this is our organ, and it's the largest one on our body, and it's just every day we're putting on so many different things, and it's just getting layered upon, whether it's things we're putting on physically or whether it's environmental toxins that are being, we have no control over, whether it's, frequencies from EMF that are, we're being exposed to. So our, our skin's meant to shield and protect us, so it's really important that we start to protect and shield our skin. And one of the things, it's almost like a primer before you start with your essential oils. When you're going to topically apply it, it's really important to stay hydrated. So we all know we need to drink more water, but that's another really important daily ritual. And it's really, people, they'll go through a whole day and go, oh my gosh, I didn't drink any water. I mean, how is that possible? So, if that speaks to you, then get a very bright colored cup and make that your cup, and every day fill it up, and just know that you have to fill that thing up maybe 4 times. And if you have it, then you're going to be chugging at the end of the day. So really hydrate, because if you hydrate your skin, then just think of it, it's like that cell is just going to be all nice and plump and juicy. And then you've got the beauty benefits that go along with that. So now you're hydrating from within. Your skin now from the external is going to be more ready to receive the essential oils. Then you can get the benefits of the plant therapy and the healing benefits of essential oils. So it's just a win-win by drinking water. So we know that's a simple one, but we all forget it oftentimes. So really make that a part of your daily checklist. It's like, okay, turn on the computer, turn on the diffuser, get my cup of water, and maybe have a pitcher right next to you. So really make water a key piece of your work at home practice. I think when we're working in the office, oftentimes we'll take those water breaks because we want to get away from our desk, we want to be social. And when you're at home, you have a tendency to just dive in, and you're like, oh my gosh, I missed breakfast, lunch, and it's time for dinner. So I've heard that quite a bit from some of my single friends. They're like, I don't even some days even get out of my pajamas. They're my sweats, my loungy pants. So, getting in the practice of making your bed so that you feel good about yourself, hydration, nutrition, we have to eat properly. So it's important that we have healthy snacks in the home, take breaks for to nourish your body. Justin's got some really great tools for also the screen, like stepping away, like he mentioned earlier, looking away from the computer, looking outside, looking at nature, looking at birds, plants moving, the sun, stepping outside if that's possible, taking in the breath of fresh air. That is so important, and our bodies crave it. And again, now more than ever, the way we've been sequestered and we're not having that ability to gather and to express ourselves, to get out on trails, to go to the beach. Now more than ever, we have to really take that time to take care of ourselves in ways that are meaningful. So you like to use glasses. Talk to me about the glasses that you use and how that helps when you're at work and when you're in front of a computer for hours.
Well, there's blue light blocker sunglasses or glasses. You can put it on any. It doesn't have to be a sunglass per se, but it can be on any lens. And that'll help block out the blue light, which will fatigue you. A lot of the LED lights are such bright white lights, and that they end up draining your energy. So I feel when you're at home, you have such an advantage because you can set the lighting to your comfort. You can really, use incandescent lights over LED, you can really go barefoot and walk around barefoot and make sure you step outside and ground yourself. Because grounding and earthing, they call it, that connects you to Mother Earth, that connects you to nature. And it's so medicinal because the frequency of the earth is in such low and slow hertz or waves per second. You need to connect that as nutrients for your body. And it really ties in with a lot of the eliminating the stressors. And so if you're in an office, sometimes there's just everyone's going full speed ahead, and then you have all the stressors of electricity and wireless radiation essentially. And so at home you can establish boundaries and buffer it. So when you're not using Wi-Fi, you can shut it off. When you have a chance to take a walk, you can take a walk and breathe and listen to the sounds, get some sun, be barefoot for a little bit, and use your breath medicine as a key. The Brownie Bag we spoke of is our really go-to item that's portable. You put this on your bed, and it'll help repel a lot of the electricity when you're sleeping. You can put it on your desk. Jess has it at the foot of her desk as well. And so when she's working, everything on her desk is actually normalized, which is fantastic. So for us, working at home is really making your home a sanctuary to where you're so grounded and aware, focused, alert, conscious, and creative that you allow those creative juices to just flow. And tying in oils with the plant medicine, the frequency of these plants from all across the globe, just how clean, organic, wild-crafted they get, and including those into your daily rituals, and then having these other amazing tips to go along with it, make you so much more productive, feel energetic, and just refreshed and relaxed when normally you might not be.
I think the other thing that's important is to really tune into how you're feeling. So I know in some ways we've been talking about some of the negative pieces that have been happening from a work at home experience, but there's also been some really wonderful aspects of working from home, and that is I don't have as much as the mother guilt because I'm with my daughter all day long, and I do get a break, and we can go bake cookies on our lunch hour, or take the dog for a walk. So I know everybody's got their own story, and I think focusing then again on the things that we do have versus the things that we don't have is another. It's just a shift in your thought process, and it really is. Perception is reality, and the more you put in good perception, the more that will become your reality. And it's so true. When you're in a bad mood, it just perpetuates the worst mood. So, and I'm guilty of it as well. So want to really keep that at the forefront. One of the things that I talked about a little bit earlier is our destination collection, and I'm very excited about this one because this again is meant to transport you and transform your mood. We based this collection on our California roots. This one is ocean. And so what we wanted to do was take the idea of, we're so blessed being California natives here and the lifestyle that we have, being out in the sunshine all the time and the beautiful fresh air. And we love our beaches, the ocean, the canyons, the deserts, and the woods. And so with that, we thought, how could we put that in a bottle? How could we, whether I'm at the office or for somebody that travels to California and they want to have that plumeria smell that we talked about earlier, how can we capture that in a bottle for people? So we went to work, and we're so excited to share this new collection with you. It is absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful. Ocean literally is just incredible. It's got a little bit of Palo Santo, a little bit of lavender. It's got a little bit of citrus in it. Just like the citrus fields coming off the the mountains. I just remember as a child, coming down Pacific Coast Highway, and you'd have the orange groves, and you'd have the salt air, and I just wanted to put that in a bottle for everybody. So what you can do, the other thing, even without our destination collection, this is another little item that we're going to be releasing soon, but you can use any vessel of your own, and you could use seashells, you could use lava rock, but basically you can make your own potpourri substance, and then you can take your favorite essential oil, so whether that's energy, focus, relax, or even sleep, and just put a few drops of that, and that kind of replaces a candle. And then you can again have a diffuser without having any electricity, and that can go in any kind of vessel. It could be a little decorative glass, a vase, what have you. So that's another little tip for us, that you can plant those all around your house. They could be in powder rooms, extra bath or bedrooms. I know a lot of us have converted. There's not a lot of extra rooms anymore, so it might be your gym now. So everything we want everything to smell a little bit better. But our destination collection, again, it's ocean, canyon, desert, and woods, and it's meant to transport you to those places and then transform your mood, your mind, your body, and just take you there. And again, it's taking you back to that, what a rose smells like, and then how that makes you feel. And that's how you will start to have these triggers or these impressions, but in a positive way with essential oils. When you start incorporating them and you're getting the results and the productivity, all you have to do is literally smell that focus, and you're like, boom, lasered in, I'm ready to go. Or in the morning, oh, I'm feeling a little groggy. You turn on that energy, and all of a sudden you're perked up, and you're feeling a little bit like your attitude's better. You've had an attitude adjustment. So that kind of gets us through the day. We've talked about our morning ritual and exercise and hydration and nutrition, lighting, breath work, taking those mini breaks. really giving everybody a space in your home so that people feel like there is a safe place to go, because we all need our solitude as well. As much as we love our family, even though we're alone, we're all sequestered, you sometimes still feel like you need that alone time, which I don't think we're getting, which is ironic because we're all alone, but we're not alone. So I think taking that time to really check in and tune into yourself is also important, that quiet time. So that kind of gets us through the entire day. And then the wind down ritual that I've found that I've been enjoying more now than ever is, I'm normally a shower girl, not a bath girl, because I just don't have the time. So in the morning, it's like zip, zip, workout, take a quick shower as quick as you can, and then off to work. But at the end of the day, what I'm finding is really enjoyable is having a bath. And the way I like to create a really at-home spa experience, and it helps me just kind of wind down at the end of the day, is I'll take some Relax. I'll start the shower, I'll plug the tub, I'll put a few drops at the bottom of the tub, and I'll close the door, and as it's starting to fill, it'll create this spa steam effect with the shower. Then I'll turn the shower off and I'll do the faucet full tilt, and I'll let that fill up, and I'll put a few drops of, we also have, I didn't bring it today, we have a body oil, which is beautiful. We have a Relax body oil. I'll put a few drops of that in there because then I'm getting the beautiful oil from the jojoba, which is super nourishing and hydrating. So it's like a 1-2 punch. You get the steam smell of the Relax, which is the lavender and all these beautiful calming scents that'll just help you relax and de-stress and kind of wash away the day. So you take that soak. I also like to add some bath salts. It can be even like just Epsom salt, but that's another really great way to start detoxifying and pull all the toxins. So that just, I feel like $1,000,000 after I get out of a bath like that. And then once I get out, I'll go ahead and again put on the Relax essential oil, the body oil, and it absorbs like that. And then I put my robe on, and it just, you feel like you have baby skin. It's just, and you feel, you smell beautiful, you feel relaxed. And then, whether you're doing it right after work, before you're getting ready to start dinner again, or if you do it at the very end of the night, I'll substitute the Relax with the sleep oil. And then, man, I am ready for lights out. It is just so soothing. And again, when we go to the very end of the day, when you look at the whole piece of how can you be more productive at work, stay grounded and focused, it really kind of all circles back to your sleep and your circadian rhythm. If you get a good night's sleep, then it's like you're off to a great start in the morning. So when we really wind down, whether it's my daughter, we'll start her, tucking her in. She's got her sleep diffuser going on, the lights on, it's calming. We have one going in our room. We have those sleep roll-on. We'll take some nice deep breaths, hit our pulse points, say our prayers, have gratitude. And it's really just a wonderful way to end the evening. And again, it just helps you to reset. And these rituals, when you keep them going, it really does start to, like I said, perception is reality. When you start these really beautiful rituals, you feel the effects of them.
And I'm not a lotion guy. Like, some guys like lotions, a lot of them don't. I definitely gravitate more towards oil, and now these essential oils that Jess has. And with Campo Beauty, I can literally oil up after shower and have the hydration to my skin that I've never really had, and guys don't really get or have. So essential oils for guys, just in general, it's unbelievable. The skin feels so much softer, and it's so much more hydrated. And I do lots of pull-ups for workouts. I'll bang out anywhere between 50 and 100 a day. So my hands will get chewed up, and to have access to oil, especially at the end of the day, replenish, rejuvenate the hands, repair them, it's just an unbelievable solution.
So we have a couple questions here people have been asking. Why don't we get to a couple questions, and then we'll probably wrap up here. How's that sound? Okay, so it says, what are your award-winning products? Okay, so those are my first 3 children, which are Energy, Focus, and Relax. Sleep is right in there too, but they really are, they've been the foundation of our company, and they're just fantastic. And those daily rituals get me through the day, and anybody that's tried them, they're fans for life. So those are our award-winning products. Now on the heels of that, we launched Sleep, Immune, and Halo. and those are wonderful. The immune, especially right now, has been just incredible. It's really great. It helps support your immune system. It helps boost your immune system. And again, with the sleep, that's just another way your body can heal and repair. So if you're getting a proper night's sleep, that's one of the best ways to boost your immune system. So that was a really good question. Next one is, are there any new products? Well, we shared with you our destination collection, which is coming out, but we also just launched our new hand wash. It is 100% natural, which there are not many out there on the market, and we are so proud of this. We've been working on this for quite some time, and it's available in Energy, Relax, and Love, and Woods, and they just smell intoxicating. And you know, we're all washing our hands now more than ever, so it's a way to cleanse and nourish your hands at the same time. And really, the essential oils, they do such a beautiful job of activating your skin's natural oils and the natural sebum of your skin. So we are absolutely thrilled about this, and the reception has been incredible. So we invite you to check that out. That's available on our website.
If I can add, I mean, most of the ingredients in other soaps are just awful. I mean, full of chemicals. So again, just to go back.
Let's see if I can say it, but phenoxyethanol is one of the worst, and if you turn around the bottle, that's on just about everything.
And you're putting chemicals directly on your skin. It's like putting Purell right on your skin. It's full of chemicals. So we're so excited about this one because it's the cleanest ingredients you could find, and then it makes your hands softer than ever. And that's the biggest thing, and especially like spraying oils on or spraying perfume on you. Those are full of heavy metals and preservatives and synthetics, and you don't want to breathe those. You definitely don't want them on your skin and to absorb them. So this is a way to help you flush and detox just properly, but just it's all self-care. You clean your hands. It's the best thing for fending off any bacteria or virus, for sure.
And on that note, one of the things, you know, I just encourage people to do is to start turning around the bottle and looking at the ingredients of anything you're using in your home, not just aromatherapy products, but these are things, you know, your body, your skin is your biggest organ. It's so precious, and we really need to take care of it. And so that is what is just of number one importance to Jill and I, is that there are no toxic, you know, chemicals. There's no synthetics. We're cruelty-free. All of our products are certified by Leaping Bunny, which we're very proud to have that certification. And just knowing that we're putting out a product that is really good for you and good for the environment is something that we're really proud of. Yeah. And the last question I have is, people are wondering where they can get the EMF rocks.
Oh, yes. Well, the Brownie Bags, they've been a big hit right now because, again, a lot of stressors are from the sky, from satellites beaming stuff. A lot of it's self-induced with wireless signals. So make sure you shut down your routers at night. That's a big thing. Put your phones on airplane mode. These Brownie Bags have been a blessing. We saw them at doctor clinics throughout the country, and you can get them at emfrocks.com, and that's where most people are ordering them, and they are just a saving grace. And if you have pets, they love them too. They literally just sleep on top of them because it's quiet. They can hear those noises and those invisible stressors, and we want to really go to the low and slow vibrations and the healing pulses of this plant medicine, and that's where we eat and get our nutrients from, and from the earth. And so the closer we can reconnect with earth and these plants and take ourselves to destinations that we can't really get on a plane right now and travel to instantly. This is Campo Beauty's pure essential oils are literally a slice of luxury and travel that take you to your favorite white rose that you've ever smelled, or just to an ocean or desert or into the woods and places that you just want to go to. And it's like instant takes you there. But these Brownie Bags are just something that'll help you sleep as well. So
one thing I wanted to end on, I should have mentioned at the very beginning, is we wanted to make essential oils easy and approachable and intuitive, and so that's why we came up with everything that's pre-blended. So the energy, focus, relax, sleep, in any given one, there might be 5 to 6 essential oils, but we've done all the homework. We've made sure that they have the most beautiful scent story and the profiles and the integrative ingredients that will make you feel that specific ethos of energy, of focus, of relax, and so on. So that's a really important pillar of our company, that we wanted to make things ready to use, super easy, smell intoxicating, and then again, very just straightforward and intuitive. So you don't have to go, oh gosh, what do I use? Immune, yep, I need that. Sleep, oh, gotta have that. So we hope we've given you a few tips that you can take and share with your family and friends, and stay healthy, stay well. And my current, my meditation motivation in the morning, if I didn't share it earlier with you, is that when I get up and I run, after I am thankful and have gratitude for my body, is that I just vision a place. I see myself at the beach with friends, no masks, frolicking in the ocean, on a trail running with my best friend, smelling nature, smelling the sage, taking deep breaths of fresh air, no mask, and sunshine, vitamin D, raining down on me. And that's what I wish for you, for the world. I'm really, my manifestation is for the health and wellness for us all. So thank you so much for joining us here today. Thank you, Hogue, for having us. Thank you, Justin, for being here and supporting me always. We're so grateful. Please come down to the Hogue Health Center here at Foothill Ranch and just enjoy this beautiful display. They are open, and they're here to help you with all your questions and all your health needs. They really have reimagined health, and we're so grateful to be a part of this family. So thank you for having us here today, and